We have been doing a lot of research into purchasing and fitting an AIS transponder.
We eventually went for the Sea Tracer at just £238 plus £120 for the GPS aerial. It was a real bargain and appeared to be reasonably easy to fit. The company were very helpful before we bought the unit, and it arrived quickly as soon as I placed the order. The instructions from Sea Tracer were really quite simple. There were only 4 cables, TX and RX in and out, and the same on my Garmin. Basically, the output from the transponder needs to be received by the plotter and vice versa. I made this simple diagram up. If you want to take a closer look, just freeze the video. The 2 other connections, are red and black, are for switching off the AIS, making you invisible. The first thing to do was to program the unit with my Mac. I transferred the software off of the CD onto a memory stick. I connected up the RG58 cables, 2 of them, one AIS and one for GPS, and then plugged the serial port in the back straight into my Mac. I also connected up 12 volt on a chock block and a temporary fused cigarette lighter. While you're programming the unit, you don't actually need this 12 volt supply, but I put it on anyway. I ran the software and connected the unit straight to the Mac. I programmed in our MMSI number and a few dimensions of the boat. On the outside, I managed to get quite a tidy job with the GPS aerial and the VHF aerial. Ran the 2 cables, unfortunately wouldn't fit down that hole, but run them round the push pit and then down through a gland into the loom internally. So after 10 minutes on the Mac, maybe a bit more, we'd loaded all the information and the AIS transponder started working straight away. It had a good GPS signal and was downloading all the data from the AIS from the ships around us, and some quite a long way away too. The last thing left to do was to connect our Garmin 820XS to the Sea Tracer, but I just couldn't find any heat shrink. I pulled the cables through and soldered all the joints up. A quick check on Marine Traffic Live showed us exactly where we were. All working fine. I'll leave a link to Marine Traffic Live below. I did have one small problem, and it was my mistake. Our Garmin radio also receives AIS signals, and it was bleeping a warning to us that we were actually going to hit ourselves, so I had to shut down the radio and switch off its AIS receive function. My iPad links to our chart plotter so I can use it downstairs. It's fully functional, so rather than keep running up on deck and changing the functions, I just used the iPad to check everything was okay. The whole installation took me about 2, maybe 3 hours. Pulling the cables through was the most difficult thing. So the AIS is now up and running. The installation was really easy and the instructions from the manufacturer very good. My only comment on the Sea Tracer is that the RG58 cables were crimped onto the ends of the wires, so I had to cut them off before feeding them through, and then solder a new pair on after I'd installed the unit. But other than that, great piece of kit. Really easy to connect, and just a few simple connections, as you can see. I'm really pleased. If you have a plotter that can take NMEA 0183 information, this might be the tool for you. It's reasonably priced and easy to fit. I'll leave some information and links in the description below. Next time we'll be out on the water. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Please leave any comments below. Safe sailing.
Bye.
Bye.